back. All right, we're back. I'm your host. We only got about 30 minutes now left for the All-Star panel. So what I want to do this morning is the three here, Joeen, Jane, and Rick. My interview with David Perdue, Senator Perdue, a couple minor, quick things that we're going to have the interview up. Richie's going to have it ASAP, break it up. Do you realize that Mitch McConnell made a deal with Chuck Schumer to go home? Oh, my God. They didn't get the job done. Senator Perdue said, no, we're not leaving. They have 25 or 28. They have like 25, the Democrats, senators that need to go home and campaign. Republicans only have 8. So Chuck Schumer goes to him and says, hey, Mitch, what can I do to get out early so you can help my Democrats campaign? Are you, is this real?
Why is this not being broadcast anywhere else?
We're getting it out.
Well, isn't that a headline on the Wall Street Journal?
Yeah, where's that on the fake New York Times, right? Failing New York Times.
Let me tell you.
Right, and then you know, we hear that yesterday, and we heard Senator Perdue will go to 51 votes. I think McConnell's in hot water.
Yeah, but explain how they did get out then.
The confirmations.
Yes.
What is it? They gave us a number. I know you attended the something with the senator. What it was 140. The Democrats are holding up 140 or close to 170 or something. There's a large number of President Donald Trump's appointees that the Democrats are holding up.
Right.
So Mitch McConnell, and I'm going to throw numbers out there. It's in the interview the senator gives it. But Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer goes to him and says, hey, we want to go home. How about I give you some, what can I do? And Mitch McConnell says, well, give me 70 appointees and you can go home. Well, they gave him like 40 or something in 2 days, and Mitch McConnell let him go home. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, I don't know. What I want to do is, I don't have any big subjects to go in. We have, I will tell you, I didn't even watch MSNBC this morning. I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. I just didn't want to get down that road today. We have the statues. We have Charlottesville. We have hurricane. We have, and God knows that's Donald's fault. I'm surprised they didn't name it after him. I thought I'd get up Jane at 5 o'clock this morning and they was talking about Hurricane Donald, right?
Let's just move to T instead of H.
Yeah.
Let's move it back.
Yeah, so I thought we'd have Hurricane. So we've got that. We've got so many things going on. But I want to give each and every one of them. Joeen, what do you want to say this morning? You came, I could tell when you got out of the car, you had several things you wanted to talk about.
She was on a mission.
Yes. What do you want to talk about this morning? Everybody, whatever, just think about what do you want to talk about? Up to you.
Well, you've given me new fodder here with the Perdue interview. However, I came angry over your show yesterday.
My show? What did I do?
Yeah, well, it was not really what you did. It was and I want to thank you for taking the time to go and broadcast the special meeting of the Blue Ridge City Council. I don't live in Blue Ridge, and so therefore I realize I'm not welcome here. That was made very plain on the show.
All right, go. Let me sit over.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead.
I got to get the Kevlar back on.
But
I want to be able to see as they drive by.
But still,
we didn't tell them she was coming.
Right.
Go ahead.
I don't understand what took place at that meeting. I sat there just watching your show as normal, and I thought, what is going on? And when I think it was Angie Arp read this email from a citizen, which I thought was totally inappropriate, and the venom, the way she read it. And then when I guess it was the citizen that stood up and said something, which apparently you're not allowed to speak. In fact, I made a note that at the Blue Ridge City Council, apparently you can only make public comments on the agenda. So I don't know how you would ever say anything about anything else that was of a concern. But anyway, she asked apparently then that the response from I guess it was Angie Arps back to this citizen, and I could not believe that a council person, an elected official, would write such an email. It was so childish, it was so trite, it was so inappropriate, and it made very plain that no one is welcome in the city of Blue Ridge if you do not live here. And everybody should be able to attend those meetings. They're public meetings. And if you want to open a business here, you're thinking of moving here, I'm a realtor, and I tell everyone that before you move to an area, you should attend the Board of Commissioners meetings or their city council meetings and see what the issues are in that area, and to see how, people are welcome in that area. And I thought, my God, no, I would never recommend anybody go to a Blue Ridge City Council meeting. They would never move here. And I've seen other shows that bothered me as much, but the one yesterday just was so over the top. Like, why would the citizens elect these people? Why would they let them why would they let them handle the meetings this way? I mean, and then I may have misunderstood, but was what was said that 140 people showed up at a regular meeting, and because there were too many people, the council members didn't have the meeting and called a special called meeting during the daytime? Is that what I got out of that? I mean, it was mine.
Well,
buffers.
I've been called fake news, but I think the video doesn't lie. I mean,
well, mine buffers occasionally, and also it was very hard. They don't always speak into the mic, okay, and so I couldn't always hear everything that was being read. But if that's what happened, that's a travesty. And the people in this community should not stand for that. If 140 people showed up, of course it sounded like she said she didn't represent those 140 people, but that was 140.
You did watch this. I mean, she watched every minute of it, didn't she?
And my brain still remembers a lot of stuff that I see. That showed concern. Those council people should have said, obviously we have a problem and we need to address this. They should have listened to what their concerns were instead of going leaving and then hold a special called meeting, which most people can't attend when they do these special called meetings with 24-hour notice. And that's not the way to govern. But anyway,
all right. Well, no. I tell you what, I think, and I'm not going to speak for Jane, but I think, or Rick, but folks, outside looking in, I mean, no, Joey does not live in this county, and she is a realtor, and she does, I know her very well. She tells her clients when they come up, hey, I think when you want to move into an area, you attend some of the meetings, get a feel. So, I mean, I always tell people, don't I? I tell people, look, people are watching out there, not just here, right? Yep. And I just, outside looking in is why I didn't mind just sitting back. Go ahead.
What I want to say is that Miss Arp keeps saying you're not from here, go back where you came from. Let me just say that I grew up I was born in Arkansas, and I graduated from high school.
In Arkansas.
Arkansas is a beautiful state.
No, but you want me to tell them?
No, I do not.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I grew up there. I graduated from high school there. That's 18 years. I went to the University of Arkansas for 4 years. I lived in Fayetteville. Then I came to Atlanta. And 20 years ago, we came here. We bought property. My husband practices here. I have been in this community for 20 years, longer than the state I was born and the town I was born. So I am from here, in my view, basically. Wasn't born here. But she has told me, my husband has practiced here for 15 or 20 years. He loves these people. The people love him. Many families know him. And she's turned to him essentially and said, you aren't welcome here. Go back to where you come from. She's told me, go back to where you've come from. You're not welcome here. Sell this business, close it down. We don't care. Just go back to where you came from. And that was so appalling and so offensive to me that I actually just sat back. When she said to Cindy, you need to go back where you came from, it's just breathtaking. But I've been here longer than I've been in my home state.
But if you went around and asked every one of these businesses if they were born in Blue Ridge, I bet you 10% maybe are born.
Well,
and
not just
this
businesses,
money,
residents of Blue
What are you
Ridge.
doing this
you wouldn't
I don't know.
need.
What do you want to do?
You wouldn't need a Blue Ridge City Council if all of this wasn't here, and if the people that come from Florida and Atlanta and whatever. Now, I will say that I love the mountains. I've been in Ellijay probably close to 30 years, or in North Georgia, and I wasn't born here either, okay, but I like it small and whatever. I don't want other people moving here, and I realize as a realtor
How
that
dare
you know, I like our community like it is, but I believe very strongly in the freedom of speech and the right to be able to say something or to ask questions, and of our legislators, and to close off communication in the meeting because they don't want to hear it or they claim they don't represent you. They are voting for stuff that governs this whole area.
Affects all of us.
Yes, and affects all of us.
That's how the city
And-
goes.
Hey,
it's how
Sam,
the
make a
county
note. We want birth certificates. All guests have we want to know. We want the from here. We want to be able to see because they're all claiming. I was not born here. I was not born. Okay, now, wait. Okay, now
so
I
much
wanted
for
to
local
know.
politics off limits.
No, I wanted to know. This morning I got up and I said, you know what? I'm going to leave. I thought Joanne was coming up, and I had my interview yesterday I was going to play, and I said, I've got 30 minutes, and I don't want to filibuster with doing all this talking, and I was going to open the door and say, what do you want to talk? What do you want? Whatever subject you guys brought. So I'm good with that. And actually, I like you brought it up because you're not from here. I like you followed it up, and I'm not going to get into the list, and not to get ugly, the long list, but I think one of the top for me is when any elected official, especially in that meeting, would look at a crowd and say, when my decision is based, when I don't represent you, when I don't represent, and I'm thinking, that just got me, because, you know, I don't live in the county, okay? But, you know, for all of us here, my wife is actually from here. She has
Right up the street.
Right. And, you know, and I have nieces and nephews that are from here and so forth. And, you know, you represent everybody walks through that door because every decision you make can affect their life. And what if a business owner, I said this about a year ago, what if a business owner said, I want to sit in the back of the room, I want to listen to how they handle the city because I might invest $1 million. And this person's not here, doesn't live here, but wants to invest, and somebody saying, I don't represent you, you know, in that room.
That's happened.
So I don't, but
That's happened.
right.
I know someone who wanted to invest here, and he came to try to start a business, and he told my husband, I'm out of here. And that's a shame. That is a shame.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
Well, there's
wait a minute,
not
wait.
much place, there aren't very many places to move to live within the city limits. And it seems to me, wasn't there some project where they were going to build 35?
Yeah. Whoa.
Then other people could
Pump
have
the
moved
brakes.
here. And
Pump the brakes.
That worked wasn't full-time resident.
Pump the brakes. No.
well, I watched so
I gotta
many
go.
He's recusing himself.
Easy.
See you later.
You hear that screeching? Chill. Okay, now wait a minute. Okay, that's what you
I
wanted
hear the
to talk.
train a coming.
I think it should be the last train to Clarksville.
That's right.
See how you lose control.
Oh, man.
All right, you had your piece. What did you want to talk about?
Well, I just wanted to say I love this town. I love it. We've given property to the city. It's very important to us. I live here. I've lived here. This is my home now. And
I only highlight that when you want
I
me to,
love
not
this
the.
city.
But Sycamore Crossing, yes, you and your husband. This is a beautiful stamp right in
She
the
lives
center.
here?
It's like a
She
postage
lives
stamp sitting here, and
upstairs?
it's just beautiful.
thank you. I
She's
in the
just
process.
love it. It was fun. It was just fun, and I get a lot of people. I just love it. I wanted to keep
Beautiful.
it indigenous to our town and the architecture, and it's just been great. I'm just
Your 5 minutes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Well, all I'll say about the local side is if the council people don't think that they represent the business owners just because they don't live here, all you got to do is walk up and down the streets and see the 60 parking spots, the 80 parking spots that were taken away. And I want you to tell me with a straight face that that doesn't affect the business owners. Right in their pocketbook.
They've answered no questions as to why exactly.
I will tell you this. They enjoy the splost.
Spend
Right?
that, they spend that like it's like drunken
And that's
sailors.
sales tax money, right?
They enjoy.
And guess where that comes from?
Yes.
They enjoy the splost because I have videos where some council members say, well, where are we going to get the money? Well, we have this 100,000 coming in from
The
splost.
fallback.
Guess where that splost comes from? That's a special purpose local option sales tax, 1 penny generated sales tax, generated here, that goes over there. So these businesses don't do business, no splosh, bada bing, bada boom. Okay, now I did not, hey folks, video doesn't lie. I did not set the direction, and
Nope.
that was my goal. So anything nationally, like a minute, anything nationally or anything else, Joeyne, before we get to our pet of the week that's coming up?
Well, you had mentioned something earlier about, I can't remember, Copernic or whatever is
Kaepernick.
Yes, that San Francisco.
Copernicus.
We'll go with
Yeah,
Copernicus.
Copernicus. Okay.
We'll go with Copernicus.
Copernicus, right.
Right.
Not kneeling for the national anthem and all these people picking up on it. If you want to make a statement, and most of these football players that make $20 million to play football could certainly do something for the disadvantage that they think that they're standing up for. But to not stand for the national anthem is also a travesty. And I would not go to any sports event where they had players that sat during the national anthem. And we've quit watching it. We won't watch
The
a San
NFL lost
Francisco.
me. They lost
Yes,
me.
we won't watch a San
and
Francisco
I'll just
game,
say,
and now
well,
there's another team that's got 2 players that and this take a kneel or whatever. There's so many ways they can display their displeasure, their anger, their
I agree.
whatever
I agree.
it
And
is.
they
And
lost me. I won't watch it. I will not. And Lisa and I were Jersey people on Friday, got the popcorn ready. We had our NFL Sunday ticket that we paid for every year to make sure that she could see the New Orleans Saints and Drew Brees. Oh, every Sunday we had to see Drew, right? And so I could see the Steelers and so forth, but we cut it. We don't watch it. Finish up.
How about the how about the Philadelphia fan, Philadelphia Eagles fan? I mean, I really found this funny. Philadelphia Eagles fan said his dying wish was he wanted 8 Eagles at his funeral to be the pallbearers so that he could be let down one last time by the Philadelphia Eagles.
I like that. What do you got?
That was
Say,
great.
don't leave now. The show's not over.
He's making room
What do
for
you-
the pet of the week.
Well,
Yes.
my thought about the national scene is that how deeply we're embedded. We have a lot of problems, and they're serious. And I don't care if it's 51 votes, 60 votes, 45 votes. That's not going to matter until we change some things. And I knew that for a fact when John McCain got out of his sick bed, walked in there, and voted against what they all ran on to come for. When he voted against that, if it takes 5 to vote against it, they will get them because they're all rhinos. They are not for Trump. They will bring him down in any way, and that's a fact. So until we get rid of them, we're not going to win. If it's 20 votes.
You know what? Let me ask you this. John McCain went up and did the dramatic and went like that. You remember that? Do you know what? I hear that when he did that seriously, that he walked by and said, "Let's see Trump make America great again." With that vote, I swear, that's what I heard.
There's so many.
And Donald Trump, a tweet. Thank you, Rose. Strange statement by Bob Corker. considering that he is constantly asking me whether or not he should run again in Tennessee. 18% in Tennessee. He's always, should I run again? I tell you, I love the guy. He'll take anybody to task. He definitely will. Folks, it's time for our pet of the week. You know, they used to say they used to say local TV, and then they said national TV. Now we're on the internet. We're worldwide, right? So you know what I always wanted to do on worldwide TV? Come here, I'll tell you. Come here, I'm going to tell you. Come here, I'll tell you. I want to give you a kiss. There you go.
Oh,
these are my friends.
Wow.
Right after the show, I'll get over there. I didn't forget you, my love. Oh, yeah. All right, come here, Ricky. Take care. Yeah. All right. There we go. We have so much fun here. I want to thank our all-star panel. It's time for our pet of the week, the star of the show. Thank you, guys. I'm glad. I like that. We're going to do that again. Just take off, do what you want to do. You know what? I don't have anything else, I guess. High school football tonight.
High school football.
High school football. The Fannin Rebels are off tonight, and so are the Pickens Dragons. They're off, but Gilmer Bobcats will be hosting the Union Panthers, and I'll be on that sideline tonight. Can't wait. See you there. Don't forget, follow us on Twitter. Rose will have it all out there. Pay attention. Pet of the week. Oh, we're here.
Hey,
what?
Shout out to Richie. Great job on the other day when you
Richie?
were taking a little powder.
You giving a shout out?
I did. I just gave him a
Did
shout out.
you clear that before we started?
No,
Any
sir.
shout-
No,
just threw it out there.
Everything was kind of unscripted today.
All right, our pet of the week right after this. Too much fun. Right after these commercials.